Hello, and welcome to Zero Gravity Thrills. I am William, and in this video, I'm going to be reviewing Vortex at Canada's Wonderland. I'm going to be telling you all about the stats, all the elements of this ride, and finally give you my opinions on this ride and give it a score out of 10. With that out of the way, let's get started. This coaster was built by Aerodynamics in 1991 and travels at a speed of 55 miles per hour and reaches a top height of 91 feet. This coaster is also 2,361 feet long. And this coaster is an aerodynamic suspended coaster, so it has swinging cars, as you can tell. So it's at Canada's Wonderland, of course, and I've ridden this ride about 20, probably 30 times. It's probably my most ridden ride at Canada's Wonderland, or at least one of them, probably just behind Behemoth. But I've been riding this thing for years, and I know all about it. So when you get to the entrance of the ride, you'll see a nice Vortex sign. It used to be different, but they kind of worked it in with the Frontier Canada um, theme. So you get to the queue line, and it's the station, or like the queue line's actually under the station. You kind of walk in lots of switchbacks under the station. If you see it full, don't worry. The ride like has a very good throughput. So if it's full down there, it'll probably only be 20 or 30 minutes, which is not too bad because this is a really good ride. Okay, so when you get onto the ride, you climb up a lift hill, and not to mention this ride has an over-the-shoulder restraint. Okay, once you climb up the lift hill, you go onto the top of Wonder Mountain, and then you take a nice right-hand turn, and then you get ready for the drop. And this drop is really good, especially in the back, you get a nice pop of airtime. In the front, you kind of just like pick up speed. It's not steep or anything, as you can tell right there, but it picks up lots of speed. And at the very bottom of the drop, it yanks you to the right, and you start swinging really fast. And then you start going up this high bank turn over the station, kind of over the lift hill, and you turn to the left. You get some nice swinging, and then you slowly glide back down, and then you take another turn to the right. Quite intense in this moment, and then you take another quick transition to the left. This is probably my favorite part of the ride because it is very fast, kind of like Maverick turns, but not as intense. And then you kind of glide over another turn over Timberwolf Falls. Then you kind of just like slowly glide through the trees, and then you go to the helix that goes around Yukon Striker's first drop. So you'll see in a second right there. It'll go over Yukon Striker's drop right there. You get really close to the water, and then you bank up to the right, and then you go into another bank, and then you go into your final bank right into the brake run, and then as soon as you hit the brake run, you start slowing down your swing. So this coaster isn't the longest coaster out there, but it definitely has a lot of good elements to it. It's got quite a bit of intensity, not too much airtime, but if you want airtime, just ride Behemoth or any other good airtime machines in the park. It is probably one of the most intense rides at Canada's Wonderland, surprisingly. It's not scary because you have over-the-shoulder restraint. It's not too tall. It's only 90 feet, 91 feet. But it is very fast. The transitions are quite fast. And this ride, I thought it used to be kind of rough, but the last few years, especially in 2019, it was running better than ever. It was glossy smooth. Probably one of the smoothest rides in the park, even more smooth than even Behemoth, I'd say. Um, so, uh, how does it rank in comparison to other rides at Canada's Wonderland? I would say it's definitely in the top four. I don't think it's better than any of the three B&Ms, but some days I have more fun riding this than even Yukon, Behemoth, or even Leviathan. This is easily in the top four. It's definitely better than rides like the Bat, the Fly, Backlot Stunt Coaster, and any of the other ones. This is definitely a great ride. I'd say it's actually the most forceful ride in the park, which doesn't really make much sense because it's more of a family coaster, but I find this one really fun. And for an overall score on Vortex, I'm probably going to give it an 8 or an 8.5. I'm going to say maybe an 8 because if it's running really good, I think it's an 8.5. But overall, I'm going to say an 8. It depends on the day, really, but this is a great ride. I love this ride a lot. Out of 64 roller coasters, this is around my top 20. So it's in my top 30-ish percent. It's definitely in the top percent of, like, definitely up there on coasters I've ridden. And yeah, thank you for watching. Special thanks to Coaster Crutchfield for filming this video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Comment below your thoughts and goodbye.